the Wild West of the internet. Nothing but forums and emails, sending your friends that picture of a cat stuck inside of a jar. But then came along a new age of talking with friends, instant messaging, and with that came a new era of communication. It might be 2021 and Discord is being bought out by Microsoft. But what are the roots of instant messaging, and how did we go from having statuses in Pigeon and AIM to Discords with voice channels and weekly announcements? While most of us associate instant messengers with the time of Jinko jeans and Dance Dance Revolution, instant messaging hit the scene much earlier. No, your boy Hitchcock wasn't sliding in the DMs back in the 60s, at least not the same way you might have thought. Instant messaging started with something we still experience today: notifications. Back in the early 1960s, instant messaging was used as a notification system for internal printing networks. Not long after, we saw the era of instant messengers take off. Initially, they were used to leave messages for multiple people on the same machine, but we never saw their full potential until years later. Quantum Link produced a program for the Commodore 64 called Online Messages. This was high-tech stuff. You could ask your friends in real time if they wanted to get in on the Mortal Kombat matches that Joey Bag of Donuts was hosting at the pizzeria. And although you might not know the name Quantum Link, you might have heard the name that they changed to: America Online. Now that one had a ring to it. America Online sounded like the future. All of America was online, not just Mr. Moneybags who had 2 landlines. America Online created AOL, Instant Messenger, or AIM, which was released in May of 1997. AIM was the Wild West during a time of MySpace pages and arguing with friends about who was in your top 8. It was there for anyone and everyone to message one another, faster than the broken dreams of that kid who lost in laser tag. Everyone was using instant messaging, having conversations with one another through messengers like Pigeon or AIM. That's where you got the full experience of the internet. Of talking to someone thinking it was someone from California, when in all actuality, it was a 40-year-old plumber from Wisconsin. Or staying up late talking with your friend about that crazy boss from Sonic 2. But it wasn't actually your friend, it was that 40-year-old from Wisconsin again, who said he would trim your armor on RuneScape. Instant messaging was in its infancy, and while most people weren't interested in talking with Gwendolyn from Dark Souls posing as Guinevere, people were looking for a way to chat with their friends. And by this point, the internet was finished with the juice boxes and was finally ready to get into the hard stuff. Programs like TeamSpeak and Ventrilo were taking over, giving the world things like Duke Nukem telling people he was chewing ass and kicking bubblegum, or a guy that was just happy he had fried chicken.
At least I have chicken.
See, instant messengers started to lose their appeal as the internet grew, and more people wanted to talk with their friends, but their sidekick wasn't cutting it. You didn't have the time to type out whole messages. Your friends used enough abbreviations that it could have been mistaken for your algebra homework. Messages looked like your cat decided to square up with a keyboard while you were typing them. And that's when chat clients hit kind of a rough patch. See, most people playing games around this time were used to things like Party Chat and Xbox Live, while consoles were mostly getting the hang of voice chats with things like Xbox Live Parties or in-game chat. PC players were having a tough time figuring out just what to do. You could use in-game chat, but that's still a gamble. Some games had voice chat that was fine, while others made it sound like you were playing through the speaker at an Arby's drive-thru. There were dozens of different programs, all competing with one another. Initially, everyone was using Skype, hopping in a call with your buddies, loading up the Minecraft server, and playing until the morning. But it always was rough on hardware and the users. Calls would drop, you couldn't find old messages, and overall, it was unreliable. On the other hand, you could use something like TeamSpeak, Vent, or Mumble, but All of them were difficult to use, and trying to explain how to connect to them felt like trying to explain to your grandmother how an antivirus works. No, Grandma, System 32 is not a virus. I don't care what the nice man on the phone told you. PC gamers were stuck with the programs they had. It either ate resources like it was doing its best impression of Cookie Monster, or it felt like the programs were too convoluted for your friends to understand. Competition was stagnant for a while. You would get the occasional program that people would take interest in, like Curse Voice, which was the program of choice for my friends. It was decent, but nothing groundbreaking. It used voice calls for groups, and even ran better than things like Skype. But while that was the case for me, not everyone was getting on board. And Curse's claim to fame was that it would help prevent users from getting swatted, because that's what I want to be thinking about when I'm playing a match on League with my friends. Was that a knock at the door? During this time, it felt like those of us playing on PC were stuck. That is, until a man by the name of Jason Citron came along. 26-year-old Jason Citron was a lifelong PC gamer and developer who had previously worked on Feint, a simple mobile game akin to the Match 3 style of Bejeweled. Feint was decently popular, but Jason wanted to push the limits within mobile gaming. So he made a gacha game. Okay, I'm kidding. The game was good, but he wanted to create a community for those who played Feint, and this was no small feat. Jason began development on Feint, a companion app that was made to give mobile games a way to interact with their communities, with things like leaderboards, achievements, and forums. The app was a success, with games like Fruit Ninja, World of Goo, and Jetpack Joyride integrating it. But soon after Feint was bought out, Jason decided to work on his next project, Fates Forever, which he believed would be the first MOBA game for phones. After working on Fates Forever, Jason was tired of the trouble of chat clients, but he chose to change that, and unknowingly, he was about to change online gaming around the world. He began working on a program with one goal in mind: develop a chat service with a focus on user-friendliness that also wouldn't make your computer catch fire like a gender reveal party. Jason and his team began development, and on May 13th, 2015, the world got their first glimpse at their work when DiscordApp.com launched. Once Discord was released to the public, it immediately started to gain traction. Specifically, Reddit took a liking to the program, with communities for games like WoW or Diablo making the jump from IRC to Discord. The gates were open, and like a Black Friday deal, everyone began to rush to it, quickly gaining popularity. Everyone flocked to it like rats to a pizza. We wanted to build a trust model, where you could invite people you meet in a party finder into your private space, and kick them out when you're done. Jason's platform was a success. Immediately, the communities around games were coming together, but this wasn't like the attempts from other companies. Discord was different from the previous era of voice chat. It was more welcoming. The servers on TeamSpeak or Vent were hard to get into, but Discord had become a place for those who had a shared interest with one another to easily chat online. After all, their motto was chat for gamers. If you were interested in a game, there was a Discord for it. Oh, you're also a fan of Farmville? Well, hop on in here. We're hosting Farm Fridays this month. Jason began to notice the similarities that Discord had to platforms that came before it. Sometimes I make references to AIM. When you zoom out and think about the internet and how communication is trending, there's definitely a trend to more live experiences. So I think there's something more macro happening that Discord is taking part in. It's like we're bringing it back to how it used to be. As Discord grew, there was a sense of stigma with the program. Discord wasn't just for gamers, it was for everyone's passions and communities. And although Discord was still officially a gaming-focused program, throughout the years, millions of people joined. The platform grew beyond gaming. The explosive growth of Discord was unmatched, and communities sprung up for everything, from artists sharing tips with one another, to a community whose sole purpose is to help you get through that last-minute assignment. Discord grew beyond gaming. When 2020 hit, Discord made a few small changes that ultimately catapulted the platform, shifting their focus from gamers to the masses, changing their motto from chat for gamers to chat for communities and friends, showing that Discord isn't just for the groups of people sweating, learning optimal builds, but rather a place for friendships and communities to flourish, adding things like server templates for those who want to start their own, or increasing the amount of people allowed in video calls gave more opportunities to stay connected during 2020. Discord continued to climb the ladder, ultimately creating the quintessential place to chat with friends, while also creating a program that gave Skype an existential crisis. As of writing this, Discord has 140 million users, all with their own communities and channels. Over the last year, Discord has grown exponentially, not without grabbing the attention of others though. After taking dubs left and right like a diamond and bronze lobbies, they caught the attention of many. Microsoft took an interest in the platform. So much so that they're in talks about buying Discord. But what does this mean for the future of it and its communities? And that's a hard question to answer at the end of the day. Discord has become a cornerstone in gaming and online communities. And while Microsoft has experience with things like Skype and Party Chat, when it comes to the future of Discord, nobody knows for sure what will happen. But here's my theory, and this is what I think Discord has the potential to become. Once deals close with Microsoft, I expect the communities to grow, not without their fair share of troubles. Some communities are going to try to migrate over to things like Guild Chat, because oh boy, it has a calendar. But ultimately, I think we could see Discord become more than a chat program. Maybe even becoming another streaming platform at the end of the day. Microsoft has shown their interest in streaming, and Discord has the one thing that Mixer could never get a hold of: an established community. Microsoft could implement a page showcasing streamers from the platform, giving a way for people to find new communities, a new approach that allows people with similar interests and different communities to connect with one another, showcasing just how powerful the platform is. And as long as they keep their original goal of a user-friendly chat program in mind, they're almost guaranteed success. But at the end of the day, only time will tell. Discord has shown the world the power of communities by bringing people together across the globe. And that is something we haven't seen any messenger do before. Sorry for no video last week. I ended up getting into a car accident and needed some time to recover and take a break. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you liked it, please consider dropping a like, and don't forget to subscribe if you like the stuff I've been working on. Also, I've got a Discord now. Link in the description below. Come join and hang out. There's a lot of really cool people there, and we all enjoy to hang out and play video games together. And that's all from me. Have a good one. Peace.
Should, I'm all good.